At 8 years old, Nico Robin was given a bounty of 79 million berries. Not because she killed anyone, not because she destroyed a city, but because she could read. The world government didn't just want her arrested, they wanted her erased. And for most of her life, Robin agreed with them. To understand Nico Robin is to understand what happens when a child grows up believing the world would be better without her. In One Piece, characters chase freedom. Luffy wants the Pirate King title. Zoro wants to be the greatest swordsman. Sanji wants the All Blue. Robin? She just wants to survive long enough to learn the truth. But survival isn't the same as living, and for most of the series, Robin survives without ever believing she deserves happiness. Part 1. The Girl Who Wasn't Wanted. Robin's trauma doesn't start with the Buster Call. It starts with isolation. On Ohara, she's mocked for her devil fruit powers, the Hana Hana no Mi. Other children call her a monster. Adults avoid her. The only place she feels accepted is the Tree of Knowledge, among scholars like Professor Clover. At 8 years old, she becomes a certified archaeologist. But that achievement is also her death sentence. Because Ohara wasn't just researching history, they were studying the Void Century, the Forbidden Century the world government erased. And when CP9 discovers this, the Buster Call is triggered. Warships surround the island. Vice admirals bombard civilians. Scholars are executed. Robin watches her home burn. She watches Jaguar D. Sol, the first person to truly accept her, freeze to death protecting her. Before he dies, Sol laughs, that loud, ridiculous laugh. He tells her, "You will find friends who will protect you." He tells her to live, but the last thing she sees is him gone. From that moment on, she internalizes something devastating. Connection equals loss. Hope equals destruction. So she stops hoping. For 20 years, she doesn't believe Sol's words. Part 2. The birth of emotional detachment. After Ohara, Robin becomes a child alone in the world, betrayed repeatedly, used repeatedly, sold out repeatedly. So she adapts. She becomes calm, polite, unreadable. Not because she's fearless, but because she expects abandonment. When Crocodile tries to kill her, she doesn't beg, she accepts it. Because deep down, she believes this is how her life was always meant to end. Part 3. Why she joins the Straw Hats. When she boards the Going Merry, she doesn't ask for friendship. She says she has nowhere else to go. That matters. Robin joins not because she believes in tomorrow, but because she's tired of running. And Luffy accepts her without hesitation. No suspicion, no fear. It's the first crack in her armor. But even then, she keeps distance, because in her mind, everyone leaves. Part 4. Water 7. I Want to Die. When CP9 targets the Straw Hats because of her, Robin leaves immediately. Not out of hatred, but love. She believes the safest thing she can do is disappear. When she says she wants to die, it isn't melodrama, it's exhaustion. It's someone who has been hunted since childhood deciding, I'm tired. What she truly believes is, if I live, you will suffer. That's survivor's guilt. That's trauma. Part 5. Enies Lobby. I Want to Live. Enies Lobby is not just a rescue, it's a psychological rebirth. Robin stands in chains, convinced she deserves this. She tells the Straw Hats to leave her, to forget her, to let her die. Because for 20 years, she believed her existence causes destruction. Then Luffy does the unthinkable. He orders Soka King to burn the world government flag. That flag represents absolute authority. The system that erased Ohara, the power that has hunted her since she was 8, and Luffy declares war on it. Not for power, not for glory, for her. No one has ever chosen her before. And then, on the Tower of Justice, voice breaking, tears falling, Robin screams, I want to live. Take me with you to see. That scream is 20 years of repression collapsing. It's not just desperation, it's contradiction. For decades she believed she shouldn't exist. In that moment, she chooses existence. She chooses hope. She chooses herself. And this is why it's one of the greatest moments in anime, because it isn't about defeating a villain. It isn't about unlocking a new power. It's about someone who believed they were a burden finally admitting, I want to stay. There are louder scenes in anime, bigger fights, more explosive transformations, but very few moments are this human. Robin's scream resonates because so many people understand that feeling. Minimizing themselves, shrinking themselves, apologizing for existing. I want to live isn't just a line, it's permission.
It's someone realizing they deserve to take up space. And when the Straw Hats respond by fighting the entire world for her, the message becomes clear. Your life has value, even when you can't see it. Part 6. Post-Timeskip. Quiet growth. After that moment, Robin changes. Not dramatically, not loudly, but subtly. She smiles more, jokes more, trusts more. For the first time, she exists without expecting punishment. That's growth. Part 7. Reclaiming the demon. In Wano, when Black Maria calls her a burden, calls her dangerous, says she'll always be hunted, old Robin might have believed it. Instead, she transforms. Demonio Fleur. As a child, demon was an insult, a label used to isolate her. Now, she chooses it. If the world insists on calling me a monster, then I will define what that monster is. That's not shame. That's ownership. Conclusion. Why Nico Robin resonates. Nico Robin's story isn't about becoming stronger. It's about learning she deserves to exist. She begins as a child unwanted, a survivor ashamed of living, a woman expecting betrayal. She becomes someone who laughs, someone who trusts, someone who chooses life. And that's why her arc hits so deeply, because I want to live is more than a quote. It's the moment someone stops apologizing for surviving, and choosing to live, despite everything, is the greatest act of rebellion.
If you enjoyed this breakdown, don't forget to like the video, subscribe, and don't forget to turn that notifications on so you don't miss out on more anime character analysis. And tell me in the comments, who should we break down next?